Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Salty Ginger Talk. Return listeners, great to have you back. New to the channel, really glad you joined us. Hope you like what you hear. Today we're going to talk about the people that you spend the most time with and how that influences your life. So whether you like it to be true or not, there is study after study, research after research, real world evidence after real world evidence that the people that you hang around with the most, you spend the most time with, have a big impact on your life. You essentially become like the people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with energy drainers, you're going to shrink, make your life smaller. If you surround yourself with challengers, people that build or build you up and encourage you and encourage themselves, you'll grow. It's really that straightforward. And so what we're encouraging everybody to do is think about that, understand that, and then perform an audit around the people you spend the most time with. And be honest with yourself if you are partly failing because you're around the wrong people and you're allowing those people to impact your mindset, to impact your approach, to impact your decisions, and to take the energy away from you that you should be deploying on chasing and pursuing purposeful, meaningful things to you. So that's what we're going to do today. As usual, we're going to give you 5 reasons, 5 tips, 5 things to think about, provide you real world evidence and examples of those things, provide you empirical data that shows why those things are true. And we're going to give you an action item for each one of those 5 tips that you can take right back today to start working on to improve this part of your life, which is your circle of influence. Who are the people around you that are influencing you the most? And those are the people you spend the most time with. You can say it's person X, person Y, person Z. It's plain and simple. The people you spend the most time with are the ones that have the biggest influence on you. So let's just jump into it from there. Number 1, your circle shapes your identity. So a study from the Social, Psychological, and Personality Science, 2013, found that people unconsciously adopt the habits, language, and attitudes of their closest peers. So, in a bad example of what this could look like in your life, if you're around people who drain the energy from you and have a bad influence on you, these are friends that constantly complain, constantly gossip, constantly justify their mediocrity or why things aren't their fault. That's not a place you want to be. That's not the people you want to surround yourself with. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say those things. Who do you know that complains a lot? Do you spend a lot of time gossiping about other people? That is the sign of a small mind. That is a sign of a small life. Really intelligent people are thinking about concepts and ideas. They're not worried about people. They're not talking about people. I rarely spend any time talking about people. I typically remove myself from those conversations because they're useless. They don't do you any good. They're a sign of insecurity. And you want to be around people that do that. Instead, you want to be around friends and people who encourage your goals, who speak positively about you, themselves, and the world, and that model growth and pursue things that mean something to them. Pursue things that have purpose to them. So, your action step on this one is to write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Could be people you work with. Could be people in your family. Could be your neighbors. I don't know who it is. Who do you spend the most time with? Pick those 5 people and ask yourself, honestly, do they lift me up or do they pull me down? That's it. That's all you got to do to start. You're going to identify those 5 people and whether they make you better or they hold you back. Okay? So, number 2. Energy is contagious, and that's good energy and bad energy. It doesn't matter which way it is. That's the challenge we've got here. Is we're around bad energy, we're gonna be influenced by it. If we're around good energy, we're gonna be influenced by that. So there's research on emotional contagion published by the University of California in 2017 that shows that moods and energy spread through social groups like a virus. This is what you hear about when you hear people talk about politics and the liberal left or the far right. There's some truth to that if you're in those circles, they become echo chambers and that energy spreads and influences the people who participate in those groups and activities. And whether you want it to be true or not, you're impacted by that. Think about the girl who starts dating the guy and he's athletic, so she becomes athletic. Or the guy who starts dating the girl and she's emo, so he becomes emo, right? You see it over and over and over again. You're influenced by the people that you're around. So, in a negative example, if you work in a big place with a lot of people and your group of coworkers or the people you spend the most time with are negative about the company and complain about their circumstances, they're going to drain enthusiasm and kill ideas not only for themselves, but for all the people around them. Whereas if you surround yourself or seek out those people at your company who are positive, they celebrate their own wins, they celebrate your wins, they celebrate the company's wins, they bring solutions to problems instead of just complaining about them, and they inspire action both through themselves and through other people, you're going to have a very different outlook on the company you work at. So this is the old story that we tell all the time about two little boys. They share a birthday. They've both got the same birthday. And they take them into two separate rooms. But in each room, there's nothing but a big pile of horse shit. And one boy walks in and starts complaining immediately. It's my birthday. I can't believe this is happening. Big pile of crap. This is no fun. The other kid runs over to the pile of crap and starts digging furiously in it with his bare hands. And they're like, hey, what are you doing? He says, hey, with all that horseshit, there's got to be a pony in there somewhere, right? Same circumstances, different energy, different thought process. Which person do you want to be around? I don't want to be around the whiner and complainer. I don't know if I want to go digging through the horseshit, but I'd much rather be around that kid. So your action step on this one is to actively work to limit your exposure to one consistently negative person this week. Who are you around that is negative a lot? Limit your exposure to them. It's bad energy. It's rubbing off on you. It's having a negative impact on you, if for no other reason than it takes positive mental energy on your part to counterbalance the negative energy coming from that person. And instead of spending time with them, you're going to replace that time with someone who lifts you up and brings positive energy into your life. So you have control over who you spend time with. You need to start exercising that control. Okay. Number 3, accountability partners drive success. So people who hold you accountable, and when you hold other people accountable, you're helping other people and they're helping you become successful. The American Society of Training and Development found that having an accountability partner increases goal achievement by up to 65%, and regular check-ins raise that to 95%. So let me say that again. Having an accountability partner increases goal achievement, actually achieving your goal, by 65%, and having regular check-ins on your progress towards your goal increases the achievement by 95%. Holy moly. It almost doubles, 100%, almost doubles your likelihood of achieving your goals by having regular check-ins, and having a partner that helps hold you accountable increases those odds by 65%. So what does a bad influence or a bad example of this look like? If you tell your goals to someone and they make fun of you, or they tell you to quit when it gets hard, they tell you it's too much, you're sacrificing too much, that's not a person you want to be around. That's not a person that wants good things for you. I mean, look, if your goal is to be the best meth addict in the world, then yeah, maybe they want the best things for you. Or if you're doing something that's dangerous to your physical health, maybe it is someone that has a positive outlook for you and wants good things for you. But if you tell someone, hey, I want to be way better at math, and they say, oh my gosh, math is so hard. Why do you want to waste all that time? Math is useless. What a waste of time. That's not someone who's got your best interest in mind. They don't want the best for you. Instead, tell your goals and partner with people who challenge you to stay consistent, and they push you to push past those excuses and achieve your goals. Math is hard. Yeah, I know it's hard, but you can do it. You're a smart guy. You can figure this out. Do the work, do the homework, do the problems, get the repetitions in. That's a person you want to surround yourself with. So your action item here is to choose one person to share your biggest goal with this week. Schedule a check-in call once a week with that person. Say, hey, I want you to be my accountability partner. I want you to help hold me accountable to achieve this goal I've set for myself. Can we talk about it for 5 minutes once a week? Any good person that wants good things for you will say, hell yeah, let's do it. Like they won't even question it. They'll do it immediately. If they're hesitant, if they're negative, run the other way. It's the wrong person. That person is group A, the time suckers and energy suckers. You want to be in group B, which are the people that uplift and challenge and inspire and push you to achieve your goals. Okay? All right. Number 4, you've probably heard it said you are the sum of the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's true. That's absolutely true. It is real. Think back to Jim Rohn, who was a big influence on Tony Robbins, for example. That is supported by longitudinal studies like the Framingham Heart Study in 2007, which showed that obesity, smoking, and happiness spread through social networks. So obese people tend to hang around other obese people. Smokers tend to hang around other smokers. Happier people tend to spread around or hang around happier people. That's not an accident. There is a sharing of energy that goes on in those situations whereby you pick up the thoughts and traits and habits of the people you spend the most time with. So that average of 5 rule is 100% real. So if you spend your evenings with people that drink excessively or waste time or cheat on their partners or do mediocre jobs at work, meaning they don't do a good job. I'm not talking about the job itself. There's a ton of value in whatever work you're doing. You just may not see it. But if you took a job and you're taking money for it, you should be busting your ass at it and trying to be the best that you can at it. This quiet quitting thing is bullshit. If you don't like the job, go somewhere else. If that job doesn't have meaning or purpose for you, find something that does. But I call total bullshit on this quiet quitting thing. If you're just existing and saying, I'm going to do the minimum amount to get a paycheck, you are a quitter. You are a loser. You are setting yourself up for a shitty life. Now, I'm not saying that you should live to work. What I'm saying is you should find work that has meaning to you, and you're being a chicken shit quitter. I can't think of a different way to say it. You need to go after something that's important to you. If you're not doing something that's important to you, go find something that's important to you. Don't just hang around and take someone's money and do an average job. That's why you're depressed. That's why you feel lethargic. That's why you hate your job, is because you know you're doing something that's slimy and weaselly and sneaky, and you're not happy with yourself. That's where it's coming from. It's coming from inside the house, right? Someone who reads, someone who invests, people who pursue health, people who pursue growth, people who build businesses, people who are passionate about their hobbies and their work. Those are the people that you want to surround yourself with. Those are the people you want to spend all your time with. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's something I don't care about at all. If you care about it, that's good enough for me. I can get behind it and I can support you in that. It doesn't matter to me if what I want is what you want. What I care about is that you want something that's really important to you. That's all that matters to me. And I'm going to call bullshit if you're not chasing those things, because I think everybody wants those things. I think some people are too scared to pursue them or too scared to say what they are out loud. And I don't have a lot of respect for those people because they're shortchanging themselves. They're shortchanging their friends and family, and they're shortchanging the world, because the world would be a great place if it was full of people that were just getting after whatever it is that's important to them. So those are the people you want to seek out. That's who you want to spend your time with. So action step here is audit your average 5. Write the top 3 traits you want more of in your life, and then seek out people who live or exhibit those traits. Go find the people who share and match your energy. Don't settle for the people who are around you now if they're not the right people. If they are the right people, awesome. Good for you. Make sure you take care and value those relationships, because they're going to help you get to where you want to be. And if they're not, find different people. It's that simple. Quiet quitting, just existing, saying good enough is a horseshit cop-out. You know it's a horseshit cop-out. Stop lying to yourself. Stop being afraid and go after what you want. And a big step in doing that is surrounding yourself with people that will help you do that. Might not be easy. Might take a while to find those people. Might involve some rejection at first. Hey, that's life. It is what it is. Anything that's worth having is worth working for. So go work for it. Okay, last thing here is number 5. Boundaries protect your growth. So a 2019 study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships showed that setting clear boundaries reduces stress, It increases satisfaction and preserves energy for meaningful relationships. Don't waste time and energy trying to placate people or things or ideas or events that aren't important to you. Save that time and energy for the people and things and events that are important to you. So a good example of a bad influence here is letting a toxic friend constantly dump their problems and drama and emotions onto you. That leaves you drained. That leaves you exhausted. That leaves you frustrated from having to listen to all this whiny, snivelly bullshit. A better person to hang around is a better way to handle it is having clear limits on time and energy and choosing to give it to people who matter most. So if you've got that negative friend, say, hey, got it. I want to help you with this, but you can't just come and throw up your emotional problems on me all the time. Let's work towards solutions. Let's work towards solving those things so that they're no longer problems. I'm all in if it's that. If it's just a bitch and moan and do nothing about it, count me out. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in a bitch session. What I am interested in is identifying what the problems are, coming up with solutions, and then working on those solutions. There, I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm by your side. I'm your biggest fan. I'm your biggest supporter. If it's not that, if you just want to bitch and moan, go see a therapist. That's not what I do. You can be that blunt. You can be that direct about it. So your action step here is to do just that. Say no once this week to a draining request for interaction. Somebody asks you to do something that doesn't sound like fun, just say no thanks. You don't owe an explanation. Just say no thanks. Not for me. Have a good time. Hope you like it. Use that time instead to invest in yourself or a positive relationship. Set boundaries. Set limits. Like we talked about up front. Reduces stress. Increases satisfaction. And preserves energy for meaningful things in relationships. Go do it. All you got to do is learn to say, not for me. I don't want to do that. Okay. So those are our 5 things today, guys. Your circle is either your anchor or it's the wind that lifts you up. You choose. Who do you want to spend time with? Do you want to spend time with people that drain the energy out of you, that make you worse, that don't want your success, that don't want to support you, that are negative, that try to tear you down, or the people who will support you and push you and challenge you? By the way, the people that tell you the truth are actually your real friends. Your real friends will say, hey, not good enough. Your real friends will say, you're better than this. Your real friends will say, you're underachieving and you can do better. Plain and simple. Those are the people that actually care about you because they see more in you. They want to help uplift you. They want you to get to your goals, and they want to be part of the reason that you get there because they're supporting you. And part of supporting people is calling them out on their bullshit sometimes. That's just how it works, whether you like it or not. So audit who you allow close to you. Audit who you spend the most time with. Audit who you are around the most often. And make sure it's the people that give you energy and challenge you and support you to grow. And limit your time with the people that drain the energy, that complain, that are sarcastic, that have a negative outlook on life. They don't do you any good. That energy is going to rub off on you and you don't want that. Time to minimize them, put them over here, spend time on the things and people and relationships that are best for you. So that's the episode for today, guys. Really appreciate you joining us. James puts it up over here every day. Head over to our website, saltygingertalk.com. All the podcast episodes are available there. Links to all the social media accounts are there. We've got a newsletter we publish every weekday. You can subscribe to there. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you consume it on. Really appreciate you checking out the channel. We have videos like this that gives you things to work on in your everyday life. We do interviews with people who talk about the lives that they've built because of the hardships that they've overcome and the lessons they've learned from those. Super powerful, super useful, super meaningful for you to understand how other people have built successful lives after hardship to help you do the same thing, which is what our podcast is all about. Our podcast is about meaningful life, purposeful life, and pursuing what's important to you. You don't want to miss the next episode. There's going to be awesome stuff in there for you. We will see you there.